So I'm like, well, come on, let's talk about our Father. I'm going to paraphrase two parables. They call it the parable of the landowner. But I love these parables, and because I'm paraphrasing them, they're not going to be nearly as good as if we really dug in and read them. And I had put the notes online didn't have it, but I printed up all the scriptures because I didn't know how much of them I wanted to read. But you can see we'd be here a long time. So the parable of the landowner, a wealthy landowner went out and they had day laborers and went and hired some day laborers to work in his harvest. And he went out first thing in the morning, and it was a 12-hour workday in the heat of the sun. And he agreed, will you come and work for me? Yes, I'll pay you a denarius. Good, because if they didn't get somebody to hire them, they'd have no money. And they need 1 denarius a day to survive. That's what the common person needed to survive. So this guy went out and he hired a bunch of people to come work in his harvest, and he realizes, man, we're not going to get it done. So he goes and gets more people. And says, I'll pay, and this is after different hours of the 12-hour day. He keeps going and hiring more people. And he says, I'll just pay. They didn't even agree on a price. He says, I will pay you what's fair. We don't care. We didn't get hired any day, so we'll take anything, right? So he even hires some people at the 11th hour who only worked 1 hour. 1 hour. And at the end of the day, they came to get their pay because they need their pay to survive. And he takes them in order of the one who worked 1 hour, and the last person to be paid is the ones that worked 12 hours. And he paid 1 denarius to the guy who worked 1 hour. And the guy who worked 3 hours, and whatever hours they worked, he paid them all 1 denarius. But the ones who worked 12 hours, when they saw the guy who worked 1 hour got 1 denarius, I'm expecting he's going to give me more, because that's fair. It's not fair that he gives me, who worked in the heat of the sun all day long, the same amount as a guy who only worked 1 hour. If you really think about this parable, you have to ask yourself, how do you feel about this? Is it fair? Is it right? I mean, it's challenging, isn't it? So they were pretty angry, and then he says, what are you talking about? Did you not come to work and agree to be paid 1 denarius? I did what we agreed. But it's my money, and I'm free to do with my money what I want to do. And if in my generosity, I want to give to everybody what they need to survive, what their family needs to survive. Wait a minute. These parables are parables of the kingdom to teach us what our Father's like. The emphasis really isn't on the injustice of not paying people equally. It's about a landowner who doesn't go and say, okay, 1 denarius for 1 day, you've only worked 1 hour, I'm giving you 1/12 of a denarius. And I'm going to maximize my profits in my quarterly report. But I'm going to take care of families. I'm going to take care of people. But that's not how you're supposed to do it. This is how my Father does it. I take care of what really matters. Wow, revolutionary, isn't it? My Father, I want to be like you. I want to see you. I want to know you. They call it the parable of the prodigal son. That's what it usually is in the scripture, like when you read the Bible. Others rightly said it should be maybe Father's Day. Let's call it the parable of the awesome father. Right? So the father has 2 sons. And the younger son comes and says, Father, give me my inheritance now. Which is literally saying, I wish you were dead. I mean, I like to ponder about this parable. Like, I really think, when I look at the older brother later, and maybe he was saying, I can't live with that guy anymore. I'm out of here. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't really tell us. But so anyway, basically the younger son, gets his inheritance. And really to get that inheritance, he had to sell it because he went away to a faraway country and spent it, it said, on riotous living.